Hey everybody, every old fat guy here. Welcome back. Finally getting to a new video. I've had camera issues, so hopefully I can get through this without too many mistakes. So today we're going to spotlight a review of a really good story arc. It starts off with Power Man and Iron Fist number 73. It's ROM's first crossover into another title, and it will continue into ROM number 23. So that's going to be pretty cool. It's a 5-issue story arc, so we've got plenty more to go. I'm just going to cover these two right now. So, without any further ado, let's get going with this. The cool splash page, Wraith, Color, and Creed is the name of the title of the book of the story. Okay, so we're going to open up with ROM Space Knight landing in Times Square of New York City, where as soon as he gets there, boom, out comes his energy analyzer, and he starts scanning everybody what they think is the death ray from this evil alien robot. Well, keeps going, scanning everybody. Everybody in Times Square is freaking out. Oh my God, it didn't kill us, so we're all good. And all of a sudden, Rom pulls out, as we all know and love, his neutralizer. This badass little device here. And then he starts selectively banishing, or to our eyes, killing certain individuals. And, to everybody, it thinks it's just random killings, so forth. Everybody's freaking out. Nobody knows who this guy is. All that good stuff. Police then show up, start shooting at him. Of course, bullets just ricochet off of him, because he's Rom. Then we have appears to be a pimp down on the bottom there, mourning one of his ladies who's been turned to ash. Then we get into a storyline that is relevant to the Power Man and Iron Fist backstories that's been going on. I'm not going to bore you with it because actually I was quite bored with it. Obviously, it has something to do with Madeline Pryor. I believe that's who it was, Scott Summers' ex-girlfriend or girlfriend at the time. So we're just going to skip over that. Now we got Power Man, Mr. Luke Cage, still has hair here, being told about what happened at Times Square. Iron Fist is also being notified at the same time. We get a little exposition about who Power Man and who Iron Fist is. And then we've got cops sitting here destroying evidence. Reporters, newspapermen destroying all evidence of this massacre in Times Square, wanted to light off as a hoax. All right. Erasing video files and all that. Obviously, these cops and reporters are dire wraiths. So, Power Man and Iron Fist confront the police, who are telling them, no, it's just a hoax, just people having fun, blah, blah, so forth. Power Man gets so pissed he destroys a car, and then they're wondering why the cops aren't upset that he just destroyed a car. So there's something going on here. All right. Then they get back to their office, which is Hero for Hire, and they have a video message from Mr. Fantastic himself stating that we need to rehire you to protect our building while we are away fighting this evil robot. So, okay, that's where we're at there. This is what gets them all motivated. Now we get into the story, a little backstory of Rom, real quick, few panels. Then Rom lands in, looks like some type of Hispanic area of New York City. It's not really saying, it just says one of New York's Hispanic neighborhoods. And he starts with the energy analyzer, looking at people, freaking people out. Nobody's really a dire wraith, but he comes across a language that he's not familiar with. Middle panel there, that's his energy, that's his, right here, that's his translator. So he can understand the spoken word of any language. So he has a conversation with this little boy, trying to find the Baxter Building. Is why the main reason why Rom is in New York. He needs to go back home. He got some type of message, dire race, maybe messing with him, maybe not, about, oh my God, something's going on with his home planet. So anyway, as they're conversing, Power Man and Iron Fist show up on the scene. Little fight, and then Rom pulls out the energy analyzer. Cool shot here. Rom is like, who are you guys? I mean, Power Man being so dense, his energy analyzer won't even go through him. And then with Danny Rand, Iron Fist, the emblem on his chest just radiating so much energy. So, Rom goes into a little exposition about why he's there, and Power Man and Iron Fist are ready to fight him and all that, and Rom just goes, I don't have time for you. I got to get out of here. I got to go take care of my business. That's this panel down here. Just sort of shrugs him off. So, of course, then a battle starts to ensue. Danny Rand attacks Rom. He's like hitting a tank. But Rom has never, I guess, encountered in his 200 years of fighting as somebody who knows jiu-jitsu, kung fu, whatever style of fighting Iron Fist has. Then Power Man comes up and just sucker punches him in the back. Dick move, Banner, dick move, going for the back. Anyway, that right there, center panel. I don't know if it just hits him squarely, and we find then Rom just bats him away, backhanded him, not even full force. And Rom says, I've had enough of this. I've got to go. Goes to take off, and actually Power Man had done some type of damage to his power pack, and it little explosion sort of knocks everybody off their feet, I should say. Then Danny, Iron Fist starts, getting the Iron Fist going. Ron goes, what the hell is this? Pulls out the neutralizer, neutralizes Danny's power, his chi, just gets rid of it on a temporary basis. But that's where we're at there. Everybody's recovering from their little battle there. Then all of a sudden, some just people in the neighborhood start showing up with this alien guns, and they take fire at Rom. Rom, in the process, protects Danny. Luke sees this, and he goes after these just residents who have these strange alien guns, and what the hell? Then Rom begins to, they're protecting each other from these gun battles. Then Danny does a little kick to somebody to disarm him. The gun goes off, and it hits a building. The building crumbles onto this one of these people, and when they look back, like, oh my God, the gun did not kill the person, just the falling rubble, but they turn to ash. That's what happens when the body of a wraith dies or is banished to limbo. They just turn into ash. So, okay, now that's it looks like Power Man and Iron Fist sort of believe Rom's story. So that's that issue. This was my first introduction to Power Man and Iron Fist. I had never heard of them before at the time of this reading. I never continued with the story arc. It just seemed pretty boring. the story arc of their own story, not the ROM story. I thought it was a great story. So that's the only issue of Power Man Iron Fist I ever picked up. So now we're going on to number 23, To Storm the Baxter Building. All right, title of this one is Things from Outer Space. Now, we pick up immediately, not immediately, a few hours later, they are trying to get ROM, Power Man, Iron Fist, and ROM is trying to get to the Baxter Building. Since ROM can't use his power pack, his flight pack, because it's been damaged with the fight, they have to go on foot. They have to hoof it. So anyway, the cities, all the publishers, J. Jonah Jameson for the Daily Planet, the Daily Bugle, wrong universe. Of course, he does his hysteria. As long as he sells copies, who cares? Then we get a nice little, although they never meet up with them, we get a panel of Spider-Man, trying to sense this evil alien robot. We get Daredevil, also trying to do the same thing. Moon Knight, I had no idea who he was at the time. He's saying that he doesn't sense any evil going on. And then we have Captain America on his bike. All right, let's take a look. Let's go. All that. And then probably one of the best panels in this whole few pages. Got one of Iron Man at Avengers Mansion. Jarvis asking him, well, you're not going to go out there and help him? And he goes, no, the sight of a man in armor will probably create more problems than what I could do to help. So I'm just staying out of this one. So we get find out we got some wraiths that are in journalism and the police, and they're all trying to create this giant, huge panic about this alien robot coming and destroying and killing people. Then we get some exposition of what happened in the Power Man Iron Fist number 73. Then we get them just trying to get through the town unnoticed. How do you hide a 7-foot cyborg robot? Shiny. So Danny Rand goes and picks him up some clothes. Big old trench coat. Actually makes Rom look pretty silly. Cool, but silly. You see him in that panel right there. So they're crossing town. They're avoiding all the lights. They got searchlights out going. They got everything going. Okay. Now we cut back to Clairton, West Virginia, where we have a little side story going on with Brandy Clark, who is becoming Rom's love interest. We have the new branded new hero for Clairton, the Torpedo, Brock Jones. Let's get that up there again. Pretty cool dude. I liked him. There he is. He's on the bottom. All right. Just all wondering how he's going to save everything that's going on with the race and all that. More exposition, things going on in the city, sub-stories that we will get later. So I'm really not going to go into it because these don't appear for a while. Alrighty. Now we're back into New York City, and our illustrious trio were trying to traverse the streets to get to the Baxter Building, and they are caught. Right there, dead center. Spotlight. Big silver alien robot and Power Man and Iron Fist. Yeah, actually, I thought that was a pretty cool looking panel. They open fire on them, little mayhem starts up, little fighting, and all of a sudden they pull out a big bazooka, blow whatever they're hiding behind, which is a truck, and Power Man, Iron Fist, and ROM dive into the sewers and to avoid them. Anyway, traversing the sewers, ROM goes over his backstory a little bit more. As they're going along, they stop. Power Man breaks punches through a wall, hoping he's breaking into the bottom basement of the Fantastic Four's Baxter building. So, being that he was at one time a member of Fantastic Four, he has the secret decoder belt buckle, and he summons the elevator. Okay, well, it didn't work. He's trying to figure that. Rom goes, well, we'll just open it up. Shows his brute strength, opens up the door, the elevator door, and they start climbing up the cables. Of course, Rom can't climb the cables because of his excessive weight, so he just hand over fist going up the elevator. And that's when everything starts. We get lasers going after them. We've got, they finally get through that. They get to sonic beams, disruptors. ROM takes care of that easily with his neutralizer, which neutralizes all forms of energy. So, sonic weapons is. And then they have to go in and fight against Herbie, or Herbies. Lots of them. And Rom goes, he's going, I don't want to destroy this property, the personal property of these people. I'm here to ask them for help, and I don't want to destroy their property. So in the middle of a slight battle, Rom just goes, I'm going to go this way. I don't want to destroy anything. So, traversing the hallways of Baxter Building, Ron just keeps encountering one thing after another that is the defense systems, and he's wondering, oh my God, what kind of guy is this? Reed Richards or these Fantastic Four, they have to have such high tech and immense security systems. So to get through everything, gas, encasing them in gas tubes, lasers going after him, battering rams. That ROM just, that hurts a little bit, but he breaks right through it. Then he, actually, from all the battling that he's had to do, he's become a little weak. He needs to recharge. This is really the first time he's really had to recharge. Well, not the first time. He had to do it way back in the early issues. But he needs to recharge, so he comes up to a computer wall or energy, like a circuit breaker type thing. He just holds on and just charges himself back up, and he gets himself back to full power. We see that here at the top here. All right, so then Power Man comes in. Hey, what's going on with the lights? You killed the lights. He goes, no, I was just powering up. And Luke takes him to the hangar bay where we got the Fantastic Four, as they call it, the Fantastic Four's vehicle hangar. So you see some ships there. This middle panels. So that's cool, great. And then Rom asks him, well, cool. He goes, all right, good. Does anybody know how to fly these things? And of course, they're all thinking that he's a spaceman. You should know how to. It's like, no, dude. I flew here on my own, but it took me 200 years to get here. I need to get back home now. So as they're doing a little banter there, all of a sudden the Fantastic Four themselves, the real ones, show up. Of course, now that Power Man and Iron Fist are aware of Dire Wraith, so they do a little quick gotcha test, and the little test was, okay, when you hired me temporarily, however long ago it was, how much did you pay me? Do you remember what it is, and can you tell me? Reed Richards says, yes, of course I do. I know what it is. Of course, they don't say what the amount is. And, okay, yeah, that's it. And, of course, so a little exposition again, a lot of talking. Rom gets the help from Reed Richards. Reed programs now the ship is a Skrull ship. That we'll get into that in a future issue. Sets off, it's got hyperdrive, and ROM is, boom, pre-programmed it to the coordinates that ROM gave him. Boom, he goes off into back into space. And that pretty much ends issue number 23. So, hope you guys liked it. Hope I didn't screw this up too much. Like I said, this is the first foray into somebody else's comic. Power Man and Iron Fist number 73. I was quite excited about that. Was not excited about the characters of Power Man and Iron Fist at the time. You know, I never ended up collecting them, but it was a good story for ROM 23 and going forth. The other stories are going to be 24 for ROM, 25, and 26. Like I said, it's a 5-issue arc. So, pretty much him getting back to his homeland of Galador. So, we really get to find out some cool stuff. Anyway, it's gone on long enough. I'm going to cut this short. Everybody have a good day. Take care and enjoy your comics. All right, guys. Bye-bye.